following is a presentation of GRS TV.
We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shine. We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shine.
Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland, and we are set to bring you another Garland ISD football game here on GRS TV. Hi again, everybody. I'm Scott Powell. This is Bobby George. We're glad you're with us tonight. We've got a good matchup. Playoff implications. Lakeview Centennial at 4-2, 2-1 in district. Garland 3-3 and 1-2 in district. And Garland's only one game out of a possible playoff spot, so this could be an interesting one tonight.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun because both teams are in the hunt. I know that Garland has lost 2 games in a row and Lakeview's won 2 games in a row. But, man, this Garland team is really loaded with a whole lot of sophomores with a lot of promise. At every skill position, it seems like they're sophomores, and they are so good. And so they got a lot of future there. But then Lakeview, they knocked off the powerhouse we thought was going to be, going into this district play as one of the best teams, and they go in and they beat Saxe, so Wiley. So we think Wiley was going to be the top dog because they beat Saxe, and all of a sudden Lakeview's beat them. So both teams, it's hard to find out who they are, I guess, because they win some and then they lose some teams.
It's a wide open.
It's just
kind
of wide open. Yeah. So there's not a clear looking dominating team here, so we'll see what happens tonight.
Garland kicks off. Lakeview Centennial receives, caught at the 18. A nice return across midfield. That's Jeter. He's in Garland territory. It's still going. Gets a block downfield. He may score. He will score. Jadrick Jeter with an 82-yard kickoff return to open things.
Well, I tell you, that's exactly what you didn't want to happen if you're Garland, but boy, way to open it. Way to open it when you say, Lakeview, hey, let's take this one to the house, and then it actually happens and there's no flags on the field.
Which is the amazing thing, really.
Well, he just gets
Kicker
wide open.
The kicker had a shot, but he missed him, Cassidy. And then look at the blocking downfield. I mean, they went all the way downfield with him, his teammates. The extra point is up and good, and we already have our first score of the night. Do we have a penalty marker on that? Nope, don't see what. Timeout on the field, 11:44 left in our opening quarter. Lakeview 7, Garland nothing here on GRS TV. There is some of the folks from Lakeview Centennial sideline as they score on the opening kickoff, an 82-yard return by Jeter, and lead at 7-0. Lakeview will now kick it off, high and short. It'll hit, and the ball's loose, and Lakeview recovers it. Garland was not aggressive on fielding the short kick, and Lakeview jumping all over Garland here in the early go.
Wow, it looks like Garland's just not ready to play football right now.
Good point.
Both teams have had a whole week off. They both had a bye week, but Lakeview looks like they're the ones that are ready to play.
Lakeview in their beautiful gold tops and bottoms tonight, as they're going left to right as you look on. Garland in their white tops and black pants, black helmets. You also see a lot of pink in the socks on the Lakeview players as we are still in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 1st and 10 Patriots. Jared Adams, the quarterback, play action fake. Caught by Jeter, short right, and he will be pushed out of bounds after a nice gain of 6 on 1st down as he was shoved out by Chase Biddle, one of Garland's top tacklers. Averages a little under 7 a game, a defensive back.
7-yard gain, 2nd down.
Make it a 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3.
Garland 22.
Jarrett Adams, the right-handed quarterback. Kamar Wheaton is his running back. Wheaton's having a great year, although he missed the first 2 or 3 games. He's come on strong, highly recruited in the country. He's going to take a handoff and sweep it left. Penalty marker flies. He's going to be escorted out of bounds again by Biddle.
It looks like 2 guys were moving at the same time. There was a motion going on, and then a receiver's trying to reset.
The referee, Rory Bernard, will give us the call.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 men moving at the same time prior to
Good call.
5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Bobby's in midseason form. As we're getting to the late season, this is the first of 4 remaining games in the regular season. We say it every year, but it's flown by.
Repeat, 2nd down. 8 yards to go.
It's been going quick this year. It's been a lot of fun and good weather. It's just been it's just going so quick.
More on that weather in a moment. Wheaton busted outside, has a pretty good game before he is tackled at about the 23. That is Davion Fennell with the stop. 3rd down and long coming.
Making tackle for the Owls.
I see he got 4 on that.
Boy, they're going to that quick snap.
Out on the 23.
Adams in shotgun with Wheaton to his right. 3 receivers out to the left and 1 right. They might be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of time on the play clock, 15 and counting. Now Wheaton in motion to this side, going to throw this way. Incomplete, wide open was the receiver, and a little bit behind him, but Jalen Davis probably should have had that.
Defending for the Owls.
Yeah, I think I saw them warming up, running this play over and over and over.
4 yards to go.
Jared Adams was throwing strikes over and over and over. But, of course, there wasn't a defense, but the play was still the same. It was wide open for him to hit him, and, he probably wishes he could throw that ball again.
Lakeview's going for it on 4th and 4. The Garland 23. Big situation here. Play action roll right. Short pass caught by a wide open receiver. That's
He's walking in.
Fights all his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial. Caleb Reed.
Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial. 23-yard pass for Adams.
23 yards. They really cleared out this side, Bobby, and Reed was wide open.
Yeah, play action. We've talked about it many times where you get everybody going one direction and you slip a receiver out the other way. And again, the defense was just not aggressive towards him.
Extra point is up and good as the kicker is 2 for 2 tonight. And doing the kicking tonight for Lakeview Centennial so far has been number 84, Daniel Figueroa. Timeout on the field, 10:40 first quarter. Lakeview out to a fast 14-0 lead over Garland on GRS TV. Lakeview with a kickoff. It's a short pop-up. This one will be caught on a fair catch at the 33. Let me make a major correction. I apologize to the family of Garnett Burke. It was Burke with that long 82-yard kickoff return. There is an 11 for Garland, but that's J-Trick Jeter, and that's what I called him. No, that was on the return, Garnett Burke, for that long Lakeview kickoff return. and he also had a reception. First and 10, Garland at their own 33. Play action pass over the middle, incomplete. Too tall for the intended receiver, Hudson of Garland.
Defending for the Patriots, Ja'Cory Tarver.
Well, you can see right there, number 14, Tarver was right on his man. I mean, that was a nice place ball, nice route, but Tarver was right in there, was able to strip that out as he was tackling the receiver. Just a great job defensively.
Tarver, the leading tackler, averaging 7.5 a ball game for Lakeview. Here's a quarterback sack as Sergio Perez could not escape the Lakeview rush. And making the play was 50 Victor Smith, and Smith has had a good year, averaging 6.5 tackles, 13 losses coming in, and 6 sacks coming in. So that was his 20th tackle for loss on the season, Victor Smith.
Yeah, he's a big 5'11", 255, and he's just a bad mismatch for most offensive linemen. He's quick, and he can get low, and he gets around that corner really nice.
3rd and 18 for Garland, looking for their first down of the game. Quick
Picked.
out. Oh, it's picked off. This will be 6. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennials, James Barton.
Boy, Barton was just waiting on it like he knew it was going to come to him.
20-yard interception return, and my goodness, can you get off to a quicker start than the Lakeview has?
Wow, that's a dream interception right there. He sees the guy going out, and he just looks like he was just waiting for the throw, like they knew it was going to happen. He just steps right in front of that thing.
Figueroa for the PAT. And the kick is good right down the gut out of the hold of Hierro. We got another timeout, another Lakeview score, 9:50 first quarter. We've only played 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and Lakeview Centennial 21-0 over Garland. As you see, Jay-Sean Power, or
Barton.
Yeah, Barton, who made the big play. We'll be back in a moment.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too. You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, and the change you want to see. It all starts right now, the GISD.
Wow, what a start for Lakeview Centennial. They've had a long kickoff return. They've had a touchdown pass. They also recovered a kickoff. And then we just had a pick 6. 20-yard interception return by Barton, and they lead at 21-0. Another short kick and another fair catch for Garland at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that's a cool kick right there. You kick it about 40 yards up in the air and let it drop back down, and your guys can get down there and almost catch it in the air. I mean, that thing is up in the air for a long time, and you see Garland, they have a number 63, I believe, is who is fair catching that ball, and I'm sure he's a lineman. He's offensive lineman.
Showing pretty good hands for a lineman.
Yeah.
Sergio Perez, the quarterback in shotgun. He'll hand it off to, the ball's on the ground.
Oh, my Lord.
Who's got it as they'll unpile it at the 33. Lakeview thinks they've got it. What else could go wrong for Garland here in the early go? They unpile, and they're going to say Garland recovered. Jay-Sean Powers, who was supposed to get the handoff, came up with the ball. So one thing goes Garland's way.
Let's see if we can see it right here. Yeah, he pulls it, and then he
Victor Smith in the backfield.
He's in the backfield again, and it looks like the quarterback thought, well, I'm going to give it to you, and then pull it out. And then he saw Victor Smith come in so fast, he's like, here, he hands it back to him, and too late. Then the ball's on the ground. 2nd and 11, Powers powering his way. They will finally bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38-yard line. That's a quick 6, and that'll help him out on this 3rd down play. Yeah, now he's had 5 yards of carry, so really you got to feed the ball to him and see what can settle this team down. Feed it to him, see if he can pick up some yards, maybe pick up a couple of first downs, settle Garland Garland down here.
Their first down would be a great start for settling everything down in this game that has been unbelievable. Perez, quick two-step roll. He'll stop and fire a completion to Hudson, who's got that first down, and he fights for more into Lakeview territory to the 49-yard line. That's a gain
what
of
you
13.
want, right? Yeah, you need that. Garland needed that right there, and it looked like one of the receivers fell down while he's running his route, so the only receiver he could throw to was number 3 right there, and then he really shows what he's got in fighting to get that extra yards right there.
Hudson came in as the 4th leading receiver in the entire Metroplex, 48 for 768 yards. He's also 6th in scoring in the area with 74 points. He's a player. 1st and 10. They're going to mark it just inside midfield on the Lakeview side of the field. Hand it to Power, sweeping right. He's hit, breaks that one, and almost got back to the line of scrimmage. But you run a sweep to the short side of the field, and Lakeview easily defensed that one with Gavin Harris.
I'm not sure exactly the play, if you thought that was going to work, because what you do is you send Jabari Ellis, number 5, across the field in motion, and then you hand off towards that direction, so everybody's already following him, and then you hand the ball off to him. So, I mean, all your momentum's already going that way.
Perez with 3 receivers on this side. He rolls that way and throws complete down the hash mark to an open Jabari Ellis, who gets 8. And that'll make it a little more manageable 3rd and 2 at the 42 of Lakeview.
Well, you see Perez, he keeps his eyes always down the field, and boy, what a nice little toss right there.
Yeah, what an easy pass. A right-hander rolling to his left and then firing it up the hash mark.
Yeah, not an easy pass. It's really hard to set your feet.
3rd and 2, probably 4-down territory. Perez wants to throw again. Far side, nobody home. He was not on the same page with the receivers, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, I really think he thought his receiver was going to break the out pattern there.
Well, it looks like they'll go for it, and why not? Down 21-0.
Yeah, you got to get something, and this is where you use your big running back.
Well, they're getting the call in from the sideline, taking a lot of time doing it, although they've got plenty of time on the play clock. 4 receivers and 1 back for Perez here on 4th and 2 as they spread the field. And he's going to throw it. Short pass, caught, and just enough for the first down. Good job by Charles Allen to reach the first down line and then stop and catch it.
Boy, you've got, as a coach, you have to have a lot of faith in your sophomore quarterback to step up on 4th and 3 and make that type of throw right there. That's a lot of trust in your quarterback, and you can tell they like him. They like this kid. He's got a lot of promise.
Charles Allen, the 2nd leading receiver for the Owls, with the big 4th down reception, 1st and 10. Going to hand it to Powers. Cuts it out left, and a big gainer as he drags a tackler for a first down. He got 11 when he was hit 6 yards downfield.
Solo tackle by James Martin.
Gain of 10 or 11 and move those chains.
That's a nice run right there. I mean, but you had a little misdirection from the running play, and then you had a couple of guards pull in one direction, and boy, they just cleared out. Just nice play design.
This drive started back at the Garland 34. Perez has time again. Quick out right. It's caught. Reversing his field is Hudson. He's got a first down and a lot more. And Garland on the move now at the 14 of Lakeview. They got 14 there. 3 consecutive first down plays. Boy, the cushion, though, that they're giving, they gave him a nice cushion. Nice route, though, by Hudson.
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to keep him in front of him, and right there is Tarver trying to keep him from going deep. I mean, you got a lot of speed right there.
And by the way, no penalties during this drive, and now Lakeview is going to take a timeout and try and get organized defensively. We'll take one. 5-11 first quarter. Lakeview Centennial 21, Garland nothing. You're on GRS TV. show you how deceiving stats are, Bobby. Garland's trailing 21-0, and they're out gaining Lakeview so far because Lakeview's had a kickoff return for a touchdown pass, but also an interception return for a touchdown. Perez throws it, tried to hit the receiver at the goal line. That's Jeter. He was tied up by the defender, and the pass just sailed harmlessly. Good coverage there. Jeter wanted interference, but nothing doing. Michael Ayers with the play.
Yeah, high school refs don't throw the flag on pass interference quite like they do in the pros on every play.
12th play of this drive. Powers up the middle. He's going to be stacked up after a 2-yard gain to the 12, so it's going to be 3rd and long, Owls.
Take him down on the 12-yard line.
Yeah, there just wasn't a whole lot of room right there for Powers. Of course, he's 5'10", 175 pounds, and he's got really quick feet.
You know, they blocked it well on the line, but once he got to the linebackers, they ended that play in a hurry. Perez in shotgun has lots of receivers out there on 3rd and 8, and he's going to throw. Looking down the middle into the end zone. Receiver is on the ground. No call for interference as Perez threw into double coverage at least.
Jordan Hudson, the intended receiver for Garland.
Again, they just don't call it a whole lot unless that's a real flagrant penalty. Looks like they're going to. Looks like quarterback is coming off the field, so they're going to.
Yeah, well, we're going to do a Cassidy field goal unless they fake it, of course. I think, well, there's a defender behind him, but he may have fallen over his own feet, the turf monster. Cassidy from the right hash. Good angle for a right-footed kicker. It's going to be a 29-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold. The kick looks good unless it's wide left, and no, it made it inside that left upright. We have a penalty marker down around the line of scrimmage. Let's see what this is about.
Did they get the kicker?
Yeah, it is kind of in the backfield. I said line of scrimmage. It's back at the 19.
They're going to decline.
Kicker. Decline. Result of the play.
It was running into the kicker, Bobby, so it would have only been a 5-yard walk-off. Garland takes the points. We got 4:24 left in our first quarter. It's 21-3, Lakeview Centennial. Let's see if we can get a replay, or maybe we'll show it when we come back here on GRS TV.
Lakeview Centennial 21.
Scott Powell, Bobby George back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. We've got a wild one so far, 21-3, and we're late first quarter. Lakeview leading. Here's a short kick. Garland just kicking the field goal with the kickoff. It'll be a short return, but good field position for the Patriots at their 45. Both teams seem to be afraid to kick it deep there in the early go.
Well, I mean, you had an 82-yard kickoff to start the game.
That would make me afraid.
It'd make you not want to just kick it down the field there for you.
Returns it to the 35-yard line.
Lakeview, again, with 21 points and only 1 first down and 34 yards of offense. That's because 12 of their points came on special teams and defense.
Yeah, that interception. You had a kickoff return, and then the second play, you throw an interception like that and takes it to the house. And 14 down real quick.
On their one offensive possession, they recovered a kickoff at the 29 and went 4 plays, 29 yards for the touchdown. Let's see what they do here. It's been a while since they've run a play as Wheaton takes the handoff over left guard and has a quick 2 or 3 before he's down at the 48. Yeah, they'll mark it at the 47.
Along with Devon Fennell.
Wheaton's had 410 yards on the season,
but only 4 games. Only 4 games because of injury. Yep,
been hurt a couple of times, and then 8 touchdowns. So he can take it. I mean, he's a veteran player.
It's a lot of touchdowns in 4 games. 2nd and 6. He's highly recruited also. Nice movement. He finds his hole, and he may find the end zone. They got the chase on, but Wheaton will score. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial, 53 yards.
Boy, he just does a nice little hop step move, and all of a sudden, I mean, the hole was just opened wide. Look at that little step left and step right, and then there's just nobody.
Lakeview with 6 offensive plays and 27 points. That's production, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the Lakeview Centennial cheerleaders down on the sideline. They're a happy group, and why not? Extra point by Figueroa is right down the middle, good. 3:35 still, first quarter. Lakeview Centennial 28, Garland 3, as you see the Patriot sideline. Back in a moment on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD, proud too. You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, be the change you want to see. It all starts right now with GISD.
Lakeview's going to kick it off. Rivera, the kicker. It's another short one and another fair catch from Garland. So good field position. They'll start at the 40, their own 40.
Fair catch called.
Fresh off of a 54-yard, 13-play drive that bogged down, and they kicked a field goal a moment ago.
Well, that just didn't take very long to get in your playbook and call that one up to Wheaton and say, hey, can you we can hand this off to you. Can you make a couple of moves and take it to the house? And I guess that was the play call.
Boy, he looked big time on that touchdown run as he made a couple of quick cuts and then turned on the afterburners. 2 receivers left and 1 right from the left hash. Sergio Perez in shotgun. He'll hand it off to Jay-Sean Powers. He has nowhere to go. They're going to stack him up for a loss of 1, maybe 2.
Nicholas Kalai.
Boy, Nicholas Kalai just comes through there, and there's just nowhere to go.
Second and
Brown there as well.
38-yard line.
2nd and 12. Garland has not been afraid to throw the ball, and down 28-3. They might want to start doing more of it. 2nd and 12. Whistle.
Official timeout.
No flags yet, so there's just some kind of problem. Maybe a timeout coming from Lakeview. This looks official timeout-ish, though. Yeah, now they'll restart the clock, and we'll get back to play. No harm, no foul. 4 receivers, 3 out to the right for Jeter in shotgun. Or excuse me, Perez in shotgun. And he's going to look right. Going to go deep down the hash, incomplete. One-on-one, Charles Allen with the defender, and never had a chance of catching that one. On the play defensively was that Ja'Cory Tarver, their top defensive player on the year. Leads them in tackles as a secondary man.
As soon as Perez let go of that ball, he took a big shot. I'd have had some of the reason why it was off to the right.
3rd and 12 Owls. They're only 1 out of 3 on 3rd down. 4 receivers again, 3 to the right. Perez in trouble. He's running for it. Gonna unload it. It's caught by Powers, but way behind the line of scrimmage, and that's a play that never had a chance from the get-go. He's finally brought down back at the 38.
Progress marked at the 38.
I mean, they brought the house right there. I mean, it was a full-on blitz. They had guys coming from every direction. And Perez does a good job just getting out of it. See right there? I mean, there's a lot of people. He just kind of outruns everybody, keeps his eyes down the field, and he finds power somehow.
James Cassidy will kick his first punt of the night. He averages 41 a punt on the season. And boy, Garland would love to flip the field here on 4th and 12. Solo return man back at the 33 for Lakeview. And that is Burke, and Burke has it at the 28. He's in trouble, and he'll fight forward, but for a short return to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Ronnie Reed getting down the field right there. I mean, that was like a little rugby-style kick right down the middle of the field. It didn't have any height to it. Took a couple of bounces.
Not Cassidy's best, just 33 yards with a 41-yard average coming in. But they get the field flipped a little bit. 1st and 10 Lakeview at their 34. 1:38 left in our opening quarter, and we've already got 31 points on the board. 28 belong to Lakeview.
Yeah, Garland's going to have to settle down right here and get a big stop. I mean, you know, they don't throw the ball a whole lot. Lakeview doesn't, so you're just going to have to figure out how to stop this run.
Adams, the quarterback, hands it to Wheaton, who just fights his way straight ahead to the 38. A tough bring down. He got 4 when he probably should have got nothing to the 38.
Wheaton's 200 pounds. He's 6 foot. I mean, he's a big kid. And you have to almost solo tackle right there by number 34 coming in and just making a tackle, Delgado.
We've seen it all from him the last 2 carries. We've seen the great vision, the great speed, the power, running ability. He's got it all. 2nd and 6, Patriots. Adams going to hand it Wheaton again. Busts it outside. Big yardage to the 40 of Garland before a nice tackle from behind. Just reaching out and pulling him to the ground was Aaron King, or that might have been 6.
Lakeview Centennial.
I mean, they're just dominating down there. See those big linemen? Look at number 63. Get that block right there on 51, and he's able to do a great job. You give him all that credit. Big number 63 on that one, Fowler.
25 yards for Wheaton. We've got a penalty marker. That's going to be procedure.
Penalty. 1st down.
We haven't had many penalties so far in this one. That'll be 5 against Lakeview.
Against Lakeview Centennial. Takes it back to the 43-yard line. Repeat, 1st down, 15.
That was just the 2nd penalty of the night. Total. 2 penalties, 10 yards. Got another whistle. No marker yet. Like they had the football in the wrong place as they move it to the 42, and that would make sense. It was the 37 before the penalty. So a 6-yard walk-off becomes the correct 5-yard walk-off. 1st and 15. 4 receivers for Adams. Good rush, though, is going to force him out. He's going to have to run with it on this free play. Breaks 1 tackle. He's got a 1st down after he evaded a tackler over there on the far sideline as he gets to the 27.
Penalty marker down on
And we have a penalty marker. I don't see it, but I'm told there's one. There it is.
Defense. Penalties decline. Result of the play. 1st down.
Yeah, Lakeview will take that 15-yard run and a fresh set of downs at the 27 of Garland.
Encroachment against Garland.
8 seconds, and now they'll wind the clock left here in the 1st quarter.
7-yard line for the Patriots.
See if they get the play up. 2-1, they do. Adams wants to throw, steps into it, fires on the slant, incomplete, intended for Davis. And that'll do it for the 1st quarter. It's been all Lakeview Centennial. 28-3, they lead Garland here on a Thursday night on GRS TV. Some of the stats after the 1st quarter of play. 1st downs, Garland 4, Lakeview 3. Total yardage, Lakeview 118, Garland 51. 48-30, Garland leading in passing yardage, but on the ground 88-3 in favor of Lakeview. We've only had 2 penalties. They were for 5 yards each against Lakeview. 1 turnover. That was a pick 6 for Lakeview early in the 1st quarter. They also returned a long kickoff return, 82 yards for another touchdown. They lead at 28-3, and they've got the football to start the 2nd. Adams play action fake, tried the tunnel screen, but not a good pass to an open receiver.
I mean, if you're Garland, you've got to know that their money, Lakeview's money, is on Wheaton and their running game. So you got to just kind of man up everywhere and then just try to stop the run. I mean, just flood that line, keep that ball from getting first downs. And if you lose one on a pass, okay, but don't let that running game beat you, because you got to slow this game down, get Lakeview off the field so that your offense can score some quick points.
3rd and 11, Patriots. Could be 4-down territory. We've got a whistle, and Lakeview is taking a quick timeout. Why don't we take one?
Lakeview Centennial. Second charge timeout.
11:54. Second quarter, 28-7 Patriots over the Owls here on GRS TV.
Lakeview Centennial.
Third and 10, Lakeview Centennial at the Garland 27, driving and leading 28-3. Adams has time to throw, going to drop the screen off, caught at the 20, short of the first down. Well, or is he short? It's going to be right at the marker. That was Jalen Davis, and he does have enough for the first down, just inside the 17. He needed the 17. Gain of 10. Move the chains. Lakeview.
On Garland's 16-yard line.
Well, it's a beautiful night out here. It looks like it's going to be around, 50 degrees, 50 to 60 degrees down there. No wind. Flags are set flat. Just a great night for football.
No threat of rain, low humidity. It was 38% humidity at 6 o'clock. Quick out pass is caught by Davis. Splits a couple of defenders and gets spun down for what should be another first down. Now they're going to be about a yard short at the 7. Gain of 9.
Just a quick, turnaround pass right there.
Dunstan.
You got to know that ball's coming.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1 on the 7-yard line.
Some of the Garland Owl fans, some of the drill team members. 2nd and 1 Lakeview. Gonna run it with Wheaton. Wheaton up the middle, stumbles and has the end zone. They had a shot at him and it tripped him up, but Kamar with the good balance with the touchdown run.
Boy, he's running super strong, He looks so good. A lot of energy on his runs. Gets low. He's making moves. He was going right and then jumps left. And
got really good vision. He can find his hole easily. Extra point, a left-footed kicker here. Lakeview has 3 kickers they've used in situations. This is Villarreal who kicks the left-footed extra point. Timeout on the field, 10:30, second quarter. It's all Lakeview Centennial. They lead Garland 35-3 as you see Wheaton down on the bench here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you want to see. It all starts right now with GISD.
Lakeview Centennial will kick off.
Also, Lakeview Centennial is stayed on.
Don't forget our other game this week on GRS TV. We got Saxe and North Garland. Watch that one during this week. That should be a good one. Saxe and North Garland here on GRS TV. Deep kickoff here as they finally decide to kick it hard, and it lands a yard deep in the end zone. Nobody even back there to make a play on it.
penalty marker.
It's interesting. They throw
Got
the
a penalty.
flag after the
Yep.
ball lands in the end zone. Then they throw the flag. I mean, either it's a penalty or it's not a penalty. You don't kind of wait till the play happens and see what happens to the play and then throw it.
Offside. Kicking team. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the succeeding spot. It'll be 1st and 10, Garland at the 30-yard line.
Okay, you hear it all there from Roy Bernard. The microphone on the official is working well tonight. When it works, it is nice and loud.
On the 30-yard line.
Here come the Owls, who have started in their own territory on every possession, and there's been a bunch of Lakeview kickoffs as they lead it 35-3. Perez will hand it off on 1st down to Powers. He is driven back after a short gain. Actually, he lost a yard to the 29.
Yeah, Victor Smith is there again. He's just holds his guy up, and then just soon as Powers gets near him, he just throws his guy around and grabs onto Powers and for the loss. But it looks like Lakeview is stacking the box. I mean, they got those 4 or 5 guys down the line, and then they got 3 linebackers waiting, and they're just daring them to run.
Second tackle for loss for Smith tonight. He's got 21 on the year in 6 games, or this being the 7th. Quick out pass is caught, but for short yardage by the wideout Jordan Hudson. They'll give him the 32 for 3, 3rd and long Owls.
Yeah, Hudson's got to take that ball to the outside. You take that towards the inside, now you're going right back into the flow of traffic. I mean, you got all those gold jerseys coming at you from the inside. So you catch that ball, you get to the outside there.
Spin it to the outside, 3rd and 8, or they'll have to punt it away. Perez rolling left, drops the short one off, caught. Charles Allen, he'll be run out of bounds. It appears short of the 1st down, and it will be as he got a mark at the 38. It'll be 4th and 2.
Allen. Taken out of bounds by
Well, he really gets a pretty good ball on this. I mean, they kind of wait till everybody gets out of the way before they throw it over there, and it gives him enough time to catch it and really get upfield.
They are lined up to punt it here on 4th and 2 at their own 37, 4th and 3, I should say. Cassidy, just 33 yards on his first punt tonight. No rush. He's got a lot of time and gets it off. Decent punt. It's going to get a nice roll to the 31, and it's caught on the run, but just a 3-yard return for Lakeview. $31 yards on that Cassidy punt.
I mean, it's a smart play to punt it, but I mean, you're down 35-3, 4th and 3. Yeah, you're inside your own 40-yard line, but man,
I think about going. Well,
it's 35-3.
They needed 8 though. If it was 4th and 1, I would have gone for it without a doubt.
Did they? I thought it was 4th. I thought it was.
No,
4th
you're
and 3.
right. It was 4th and 3. Exactly. You're right. 1st and 10, Lakeview at their own 34. Leading 35-3, 9:09 second quarter. Couple of freakish plays in that first quarter, and they got out to a big lead. Pass caught. 1st down all the way to the 41 of Garland.
Coming up with reception, Cameron Jones.
Cameron Jones got open downfield.
He just sets the ball's thrown right between the safety and the corner. Just nice plays. Look, everything's like double covered right there.
Good throw by Adams on that one. Adams going to keep this one. It's going to be drugged down for a loss, a short loss, but good job of reading the play and making the play there.
Looks like Axel Martinez, gets upfield and gets a jersey.
Axel Martinez, I thought it was 55, but it's 56, as you see.
Just gets in there and gets a handful of jerseys and is able to pull him down. Strong
That takes
hands.
strength. Yeah, I was thinking strength as he pulled him down with one hand. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12.
Second down and 12.
Tight formation here for the Patriots. Adams, though, will 2-step drop and look downfield. Going to go deep middle. Open receiver. Caught. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial. Camden Jones.
Boy, that ball was bead, man. That was a beautiful throw. You get one-on-one, and you're running that post pattern. And if you toss it out there, just let your guy go get it. He just outruns everybody to it. I mean, That's a hard one to stop when the ball is put on the money like that.
Whoa.
That's a nice job.
Perfect pass. Hit Jones in stride. Let me correct that. I said Camden. It's Cameron Jones. Let's get that name right. Extra point coming. Another one for one of the many Lakeview kickers as they go back to Figueroa, who makes this one. There is Cameron Jones getting some congratulations from his teammates, and why not? 8:07 left second quarter. 42-3 Lakeview Centennial over Garland. And some happy fans tonight here at GRS. Here on GRS TV, I should say. Lakeview Centennial to kick off one more time. That's the lefty Villarreal with the kick. A deep one inside the 5, and here comes the return from Jeter. A pretty good one all the way across the 30, and that's where the Owls will start it.
That was a good return.
In case
Nice
you
and
missed
clean.
it,
He's good.
opening kickoff, 82-yard kickoff return for Lakeview. Then they recovered the ensuing kickoff and went 29 yards in 4 plays. And then on the ensuing play for Garland offensively, a pick 6 for Barton. And 2.5 minutes into this game, it was 21-0 Lakeview, and they have never looked back. We'll have some of those highlights coming your way at the end of our halftime. Perez rolling right, has an open receiver. That's Ellis, who catches in and is bumped out at the 48. Quick 18 on first down for
Again, Perez, just as he's scrambling, he keeps his eyes downfield. You see it right here. He's got guys all over him, and he's got to outrun everybody, and then he finds his Ellis down there and just, here you go.
Look at the helmet as he runs with it. And the helmet is just squarely downfield the whole time.
Again, most of this team is sophomores. They've got a lot of growing to do.
1st and 10 at the 48. Perez will hand it this time to Powers. Wanted to sweep left, cut it up, and only got 2 yards to midfield. Tough sledding between the tackles for Garland, while Lakeview's made a living at it tonight.
Yeah, you got to get those guys backed off a little bit, and a lot of times you do that by throwing over the middle some, 15, 20-yard passes down the middle of the field. You do that, that's going to back those linebackers up. They're going to have to go out into coverage.
Defensive lineman Nicholas Kalanis at 250 pounds and Victor Smith at 255 pounds. That's why Garland's having trouble running it between the tackles. Quick drop off on a roll right screen pass caught by Powers, but he'll get short yardage as he's driven out of bounds at the 48.
Yeah, and boy,
we'll see where they eventually
those
mark
referees were getting an earful by the coaching staff down there. They felt like something was going on. They didn't like it.
3rd and 6. I guarantee you it's 4-down territory here for the Garland Owls, trailing 42-3. In Lakeview territory as they have a 4-receiver set. Now Perez and teammates will look to the sideline. They're under 10 now on the play clock. 7, 6, need to hurry. Perez still not in shotgun. 3, 2, 1. They just got it off. Perez flushed left, looking, throws the deep out. It's caught. Was he in bounds? That's the only decision to make. And it looks like they're going to say Jabari Ellis was in bounds or not.
I think they called him out of bounds right there.
Never got a signal, by the way, from the official. If you're wondering why, I don't know.
Look how he's rolling left and is able to throw that ball. Just a very nice throw. Let's see when he gets 1 foot.
Ooh, that was close.
Man.
I'd like to see that. If this was college football, they'd be looking at it.
The ball.
I can't either.
I mean, it's 42-3. What does it matter?
You're at the 48 of Lakeview. It's not like you're deep in your own territory. Cassidy averaging 32 yards on 2 punts. Yeah, I don't get it at all.
You can guarantee you won't win if you're punting the ball away every time.
Off the side of his foot, goes directly out of bounds. And
Punt goes out of bounds.
Cassidy struggling a little bit tonight. They're going to mark it at the 35. That is a 13-yard punt. It's been one of those nights so far for the Garland Owls.
Yeah, look at that catch.
Yeah, but the left foot.
The
I wonder
left
if that
foot
left
almost
foot's
looks
in
like
there.
he's dragging that thing. I mean, great camera work right there.
Hey, congratulations to GRS TV. That is outstanding camera work. Looked like the left one might be in on that one. At full speed, it looked like the right one might be in. Doesn't matter now because we don't have instant. They're not going to watch our replays. I wish they would. First and 10 Lakeview at their own 34. Adams with an empty shotgun over the middle. Caught Ed White. He may go. Ed White, the big tall receiver. Touchdown Lakeview Centennial. Right down the gut of the field.
Terrence Davis. Touchdown reception.
Boy, Jared Adams he's seeing it good tonight because he has his running back going down the outside, but he throws this ball before White ever even turns around. As soon as White turns around, the ball's on his numbers.
Touchdown pass.
Make one guy miss and then just scream to the end zone.
56 yards on the play. Here's Figueroa. Little high snap, but they get it down, and Figueroa's got plenty of leg. There's Ed White as they are mobbing him over on that Lakeview sideline. 5:55 left first half. Lakeview Centennial now leads it 49-7 over Garland on GRS TV. Total yardage in this game, 291-80. Lakeview in the favor of there, and then they lead at 49-3 on the scoreboard. 109 rushing to 4 for Garland. 182 passing to 76 for Garland. They've also had a kickoff return for a touchdown, an interception return for a touchdown tonight.
They really hadn't had any long, sustainable drives. It's all been 2 or 3 plays and you're gone.
Yeah, the field position's been really good, too. That's why they hadn't had to go far. Kickoff return as he runs across the field and actually loses a little bit of yardage on that return. Good coverage from Lakeview. Devon Fennell of the Garland Owls returned it. We'll have all the first half numbers right before we start the second half, and should have those first half highlights also. It may take a while to run all the highlights at this point, Bobby.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the guy that got the tackle over there his name is Sir Coleman.
Oh, what a great
about that name right there, Sir
Oh, my
Coleman.
goodness. I wish he was the quarterback. He'd get Sir Coleman every time he threw it. First and 10 Owls. Perez going to run the fly route. Near side incomplete. Tried to hit Hudson in Lakeview as they have all night. Good one-on-one coverage. And who else? Ja'Cory Tarver.
I'm not sure Hudson thought the ball was ever thrown to him. I don't think he picked it up until the ball was almost on the ground.
Well, Perez threw it almost the second he got the snap.
Right, but he has to. He's not getting too much time to throw the ball. I mean, he's got to get that 2-second drop and throw. But you got to be ready for the ball to come to you. It's kind of like the whole team is kind of sitting down a little bit now as they're slowing down. They're don't have as much enthusiasm as they run their route. But again, it's 49-3.
Powers up the middle, stacked up and driven back. Probably Victor Smith again. Let's see. No, that one was not Victor Smith.
Ain't on the play.
Let's see, you got
Vincent George,
Owana. I'm not going to try the first name, but y'all all know who he is. Jonathan Brown was also there for Lakeview. 3rd and 10. As he just barely got back to the line. Play action. Perez, another long one, and again, he overshot the
Get him
receiver.
on
We
that
got a
one,
late
though.
flag. This could be interference or holding against Lakeview in the secondary.
For sure. Looked like it to me.
And this would get Garland a first down, and yes, pass interference.
Defense, number 6. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Penalty goes against Lakeview Centennial defensive pass interference.
Move it to the Garland 45.
10 Garland on the 45-yard line.
Only the third penalty of this game. My goodness, this would have been a long first half if we had penalties. Powers busted outside, has a quick 10 to 11 yards on first down. Good job of starting up the middle and cutting it left.
Forced out of bounds by
Garland piecing together a little drive here, down 49-3.
But it helps when you get you a nice
10 Garland.
pass interference call, moves you down the field, gives you a first down.
Perez wants to throw. Way overshoots the intended receiver, Hudson, who was open just inside the 40.
Defending.
Hudson ran a shallow out, and the ball wasn't close.
Second and 10 for the Owls.
You almost have to think that might have slipped off of Perez's right hand.
But when you have this situation where you're down, the defense knows it, and they can really bring it.
Well, they could have gotten a free play as there was movement by the defensive line, but then the right offensive tackle moved, and that killed the play.
Yeah, you got to snap the ball. That's the deal. Everybody took off. The wide receivers took off as well.
Michael Dunnican, the right tackle for Garland. Poor offensive lineman. We don't mention them often, and then we do when they get a penalty.
Defense, 5-yard, second down.
Well, Dunnican gets a break here as they're going to call it on Lakeview, and that'll be a 5-yard walk-off.
5-yard penalty against the Patriots, offside.
To the 40, where it'll be 2nd and 5. 4:25 and counting as they restart the clock. Garland with all 3 of their timeouts, Lakeview with 1 left here in the half.
Well, you can see now Lakeview is really bringing a lot of pressure because they know you're going to be trying to throw the ball. So now they got 4 down linemen, and they're bringing safeties in to blitz off the edge.
2nd and 5 Owls. Powers. A cut at the line to the outside. He gets 3 to the 37 before he's driven back, so it'll be 3rd and 3 Garland.
Solo by James Barton.
So James Barton is playing. See him right there in the middle of the field? He's just watching, and then he just breaks on the ball. He sees him.
Barton of touchdown fame. He had the pick 6 back in the first quarter.
Yeah, they just kind of have him being like a strong safety, going to the strong side and just watching the running back.
3rd and 3, caught by Hudson, and that'll be a first down. Just a shallow little slant inside the numbers, and Lakeview giving them a pretty good cushion in the secondary. Move the chains.
Boy, it just gets out of his hands so quick. That's a nice throw.
3:15 and counting here in the second quarter. Garland still with all 3 of their timeouts. 3 receivers left and 1 right. Powers. The bullet back to the right of Perez. They're going to run an option down the line. Pitch it Powers. Pretty good gainer to the 22 where he is submarined down.
2-yard line. Solo tackle by Ja'Cory Tarver.
Nice tackle there by Tarver. It was head over heels there for Powers, and he's motions to the sideline. He needs to come out for a play.
He's asking to come out.
By tapping his helmet. 2nd and 2 Owls.
He's hurt his knee or his shins or something.
Now he's bending over at the waist. He needs to come out of there. They're not taking him out. Over the middle of the pass. Hudson had a chance at it off his fingertips. Pass was a little high, and it'll be 3rd and 2.
Defending for the Patriots, Ja'Cory.
They finally get that substitution in there. Now they got 23 comes in. Trey Alexander. He's a sophomore as well. But boy, you see that? Oh man, that's one you want to have back right there.
3rd and 2, should be 4 down territory. Short pass caught
Get
by
there.
Allen. He's got a first down and a lot more. Can he break loose? Oh, he almost scored, but it was dragged down from behind at the 2-yard line.
Receiver Charles
Goodness.
Allen.
That was nice. I mean, I thought they had him
Garnett Burke
right off the
making
bat,
stop.
and then he just
First and
uses
goal
his speed.
for
Watch
him.
this. Boom. Now he's just splits them everybody. Look, how did he get through everybody?
Hanging on for dear life. Who was that? Couldn't get the number. It might have been 21 again. First and goal at the 2. Hand it. Alexander nowhere to go. He may have lost a yard to the 3.
Alexander down on the 3-yard line.
Penetration. I mean, he had nowhere to go after taking the handoff.
Low tackle by Nicholas Calais.
Calais 55 with another play.
Second and goal from the 3.
Got plenty of time when you consider they're at the 3, and they've got 3 timeouts just in case. Second and goal. Alexander still in there for Powers. Gonna throw it into the end zone. Oh, he led the receiver
Just out
too
of reach
much.
of the intended receiver Charles
Allen was open for a moment, but not a good pass.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about going short right there, and then he got indecisive where he was going to throw the ball. Was he going to throw it short or long? Because actually,
Third and goal
the short
from the
receiver
3.
looked wide open.
Third and goal, Owls.
Sometimes when you have that indecisiveness right there when you're fixing to throw it, then it just goes errant.
Perez. Corner of the end zone, fade route, caught, touchdown, Hudson. Jordan Hudson, as the defender appeared to fall down and made it an easy play for Jordan. That was Tarver on the defense.
Well, he just goes up
Tarver
strong
just
to
kind
get
of
it,
lost
though.
his way, didn't he, Bobby?
Yeah, but a lot of that's the receiver, how you get your guy turned around. You give him a little inside move, you break it back outside, then you turn around and make that catch. It makes you look like you got messed up.
Going for 2. Quick out is caught by Ellis at the goal line. So an 8-point possession for Garland. So with 59 seconds left in our first half, our new score now, Lakeview Centennial 49, Garland 11 here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can go any place you wanna see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you wanna see. It all starts right now with GISD.
59 seconds left in the first half as Garland will kick off. Lakeview's got just 1 timeout left.
Garnett Burke.
Miss Bailey on the sideline. Hello, Ms. Bailey.
Cassidy.
She's happy to be there tonight. Cassidy with a ground ball kickoff and broken tackle. The Patriots have a chance now to the 50, the 40, the far sideline, and good field position for Lakeview Centennial.
5-yard line.
As Tarver returned it, they're going to have 49 seconds and 1 timeout left.
By Ronnie
Boy,
Reed.
Tarver's had a good game, hadn't he? He's just kind of everywhere you need him to be.
Yeah, he's
Boy,
probably the most complete player on the team.
was just a nice tackle. He breaks right there. Never does go down.
Nope. Probably heard. I heard the scream from the sideline. Get ready, field goal team.
Yeah, because they got 49 seconds, so they're thinking, well, if they don't score, you better be ready.
Only 1 timeout's the key as Adams, looks like he may have tripped over his own feet and went down for a 1-yard loss. Do you use a timeout here or do you let it? They're not in too big of a hurry right now.
Trevon Swanson solo tackle for the Owls.
Yeah, the
Loss of
defender
1.
kind of tripped him up, Swanson. 28 and counting. They're in no hurry, which is surprising at the Garland 36. Although
Yeah.
they do lead at 49-11.
Yeah, they'll probably take their final timeout right after this play and then set up a field goal and see if they can kick a deep one.
Dunston carries it.
Dunston.
Now, well, we've got holding. Offensive holding against Lakeview Centennial.
Now it takes you out of field goal range for sure.
Head linesman Keith Laurent with the call.
Offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Now they may have really lost interest in this with just 12 seconds.
Against Lakeview Centennial.
Again, a reminder, we'll come back toward the end of the half. Right before we start the second half, we'll have those first half highlights, and we'll also run down some of the stats for you, so stay tuned for that. And the clock runs, and they still are not going to use that timeout, so this could probably be the last play of the half. Caught is White. He'll run it out of bounds as the buzzer sounds, and I don't think they're going to put any time back on this clock, even if he was a second early. Yeah, they're going to say halftime, and it's been an interesting first half. All Lakeview Centennial, 49-11 over Garland. Will be back shortly with those highlights and stats here on GRS TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Garland.
To 11, Lakeview Centennial leading Garland here at the half, and we've got some highlights coming your way, and there's been a bunch of them. As we roll with the highlights.
Mic check.
The referee had his microphone on, obviously, a lot of that. There went a lot of that noise, thank goodness. Here's your opening kickoff, and we've got a touchdown on the kickoff return, 82 yards for Garnett Burke. Boy, they blocked it well.
Yeah, just right down the field all the way. He didn't get touched until right there at the 5-yard line.
Then the Lakeview Centennial recovers the ensuing kickoff, and then on the third play, here's a touchdown pass to Caleb Reed. Again, good blocking downfield. 23 yards, 14-0 Lakeview. And check out this pick six from James Barton, who returned it 20 yards, and all of a sudden, 2.5 minutes into this game, 21-0 Lakeview Centennial. James Cassidy with the Garland field goal, make it 21-3. Boy, they kicked it off in a hurry here to start the second half, but we'll get to that in a minute. Handoff up the middle, and here is a touchdown run by Kamara Wheaton of Lakeview. 28-3 was the score after that 53-yard run. Don't worry, you're not missing much. We'll get right to it in a second. Wheaton up the middle with another touchdown. That one from 7 yards out. I've lost track of the score at this point, but it's all Lakeview. Here's a touchdown catch by Cameron Jones, 53 or 43 yards. Then over the middle, Ed White turns this into a 56-yard touchdown reception. Big plays all night for Lakeview Centennial. And the final score, a 3-yard touchdown pass from Perez to Hudson of Garland. They get the 2-point conversion, as you see there, the pass to Ellis, and that's where we are, 49-11. And Garland with a 2nd and 12. He only missed one play from scrimmage as Perez throws it away as he was running for his life. And it'll be 3rd and 12, Garland.
There's no foul call
Defending for the Patriots.
The quarterback was outside the pocket. There was a receiver in the area. 3rd down.
As you hear the referee Roy Bernard call off any potential intentional grounding call. Look like a good call.
Yeah, I mean, he's rolling right, gets outside of the guard and tackle area, and then throws it way past the line of scrimmage. So, yeah.
3rd and 12 Owls. Perez in shotgun. 4 receivers, and Perez is looking for an open one here. Again, running for his life. He'll just throw it out of bounds again. Great job of covering downfield by Lakeview and a good pass rush.
His guys were all covered downfield. There was a simple 8-yard out and then a post corner route, and both coverages were just right on the money. There was nowhere to go with that ball. Again, they come out this second half and they're punting the ball right at on the other side of midfield. I mean, I don't know.
Down 49-11.
Sure, why don't go for it? What's the point?
Cassidy's had a tough night punting. He'll kick his 4th one here if he punts it, of course, and he will. Little mini rugby-style punt. This is a good one. Drives the return man back to the 10 as they set up the return. Still going with it. And finally run out of bounds is Garnett Burke. Nice return. We do have a penalty marker. 2 penalty markers at the end of the play. After a quiet first half penalty-wise. You heard Bobby. They're starting to fly. And we don't mean the players.
Trying to sort it out here and figure out what they were calling, I guess. I mean, it looked like it all came out right at the
There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the return team. Holding, return team, number 27. That penalty's declined. Personal foul. First down.
So they'll take the personal foul, and that'll probably mark them right down on the 10-yard line, 9-yard line to be exact. So big penalty right there for Lakeview Centennial.
Back to way up for their first possession of the second half, leading 49-11.
Of course, it looks like they still have all their starters out. Jared Adams out there at quarterback.
Quick pass caught and turned into big yardage. Nice play there by the receiver. And that was Cameron Jones, who had a nice first half, and he gets a quick 20 here.
Just a little play action, fake, get him sitting in the slot and makes him miss one player, and then he turns that thing into 20 yards.
Just underway second half, and it was all Lakeview in the first half. They had a kickoff. Well, you saw the highlights. They scored in several different ways and just blew away from Garland in that first half. Adams will hand it to Wheaton, has running room as he cuts it out, cuts it up the hash mark, and here he comes left. He may go the distance, has a blocker downfield. The 20 to the 10, gets his block and has the end zone touchdown. Kamar Wheaton is 3rd of the night.
He is fast.
78 yards for Kamar.
Well, when he gets out in the open, he just his stride is so far. Watch him just hop, jump right here and just turns the direction of the field. Everybody's going one way, and then all of a sudden he just cuts them all back, and then he just outruns them all. I mean, just look at the stride on him. He makes him look easy.
Caleb Reed with the block downfield. Here's Figueroa for the PAT. And he's good with that. Let's take a timeout. 9:59 left, third quarter. Lakeview now leads Garland 56-11 here on GRS TV. Two plays, 98-yard touchdown drive for Lakeview. As there you see Kamar Wheaton. He had 78 yards of that drive. Lakeview will kick it off.
You know, he's had injuries at the beginning of this year, too. I'm not sure that I'd want to play him much more. This game is 56-11, pretty much out of hand, and I don't know that I would put him in there or my quarterback back in there.
I'd play just about anybody else that's available at this point.
That's right, because, you know, it's all about the postseason.
And they got Saxey next week, and that would be for a share of first place.
That's right. So why not just save those guys? Don't let them get injured.
A game that we'll have on GRS TV for you next week. You'll be able to watch that game. The rest of this week, you can watch this one and Saxe and North Garland this week.
37.
And then we'll also have South Garland and North Garland next week, along with that Saxe Lakeview game. Perez had time. Now he's in trouble. He loses the football. Is that going to be a fumble? I believe they're calling that a lot. Nope, they're saying incomplete, at least the headlines.
There's no foul for intentional ground. That was the receiver in the area. Second down.
Yeah, it looks like he pitched it forward, knowing that he was fixing to get sacked. He just pitched it forward, and that's a forward pass.
Promise you some stats here. Let's say early third quarter stats. Lakeview, 10 first downs, only 10 first downs, and 395 yards of offense, 186 rushing, 209 through the air, 6 penalties, 48 yards, no turnovers. Perez to throw. Flag flies. He's going to go deep. Incomplete, and we may have pass interference on Hudson as another flag flies.
Yeah, so you get 2 penalties. One is offsides. It's going to give you a free play. He goes ahead and tosses it up there, and then they grab Hudson.
Individual leaders for Lakeview, Kamar Wheaton, 173 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cabron Jones has caught passes for 90 yards and a touchdown. Ed White, 79 yards receiving and a touchdown. And entering the second.
10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Entering the second half for Garland, 9 first downs, 122 total yards, 16 rushing, 106 passing. They have no penalties, Garland. There's one positive, but they do have 1 turnover. Perez has thrown for 106. Powers has run for 32. Hudson with 51 yards receiving. There are your individual leaders and team stats for both teams. First and 10 Garland after the penalties at the Lakeview 48. Owls trailing 56-11. Perez rolling, turns and throws it deep. Caught. Wow. Was he in bounds? It does appear inside the 15.
Nobody's marking line. It. They're not marking it.
Jabari Ellis. And they're going to say out at the 16. Nice catch by Ellis, and another great pass by the quarterback, rolling to his left.
Yeah, watch this. Look at this. Oh, man, right on it. Gets foot in. I think he gets 2 in. Drag that foot, buddy.
32 yards on the pass from Perez to Ellis. Perez wants to throw again, but this time he'll be sacked as the penetration was there from the get-go. He never had a chance. So he got hemmed in and couldn't get out of the pocket back at the 23. 7-yard loss.
You can see right there, Harris, he's the one that came in there and got him.
Got to hand it this time and hit immediately, but breaking loose. Living.
He's going to get there.
He may score. He gets a block, and he will score. Touchdown, Garland. Trey Alexander, I should say. Alexander with the touchdown run from 23.
Well, they had him at the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden he just breaks out of there. Look at him going, boom, and then keeps his balance. And once he does that, he just changes direction and see ya.
48 yards, only 3 plays that took the Owls. They're going to go for 2. Alexander in the backfield along with Perez. They spread the field with 4 receivers. Perez is going to throw it. Time fires off the hands of Jeter at the goal line on the slant. Incomplete. So that'll keep the score 56-17. Lakeview Centennial over Garland. Let's take a break. 8:26 left third quarter here on GRS TV.
Garland 17.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, the change you want to see. It all starts right now, the GISD.
Garland sideline following that touchdown drive is you see Trey Alexander, 27, who just scored on a 23-yard run. 56-17 as Garland inches to within 39. Just looking to take something positive out of here tonight. Here's a short ground ball kickoff that's fielded and down quickly was the return man for Lakeview Centennial.
Yeah, so, you don't go for it on 4th and 3 at the same location, and then you kick an onside kick. I mean, it's the same thing when they get the ball, but you have a better chance of getting a 4th and 3 than an onside kick. I mean, the statistics on getting an onside kick is just not very good, so I'm not sure why you do that versus not going for it when you're in the same area.
Lakeview will scrimmage. Adams back in at quarterback. They do have Dunston in at running back, so they have Wheaton off the field. I see that as a positive. Same starting receivers on 1st and 10. Dunston's got a little under 300 as a backup this year. Takes the handoff, and not much doing as he gets a yard to midfield. And look like Anthony Jaramillo with the first hit. Also there was that big nose guard, Trey Swanson, 5'10", 255, who wears number 2 on the defensive line.
Yeah, I love that
those
number
big
for
guys.
those big guys. Yeah.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
That 2 gets stretched out so big.
Oh, looks like 102. 2nd and 9, Patriots. This is Dunston again. He's hit from behind and falls for a couple to the 49 of Garland. Penetration and play made there by Julius Ramos. 3rd and long, they'll need 8.
Jeremiah Bennett right there on the screen. Coming in from the side, you see.
No, yeah, that was number 7, Jeremiah Bennett. You're right.
He's sitting there as a linebacker from the outside.
Thanks for catching that, Bobby. It was Bennett who made the nice play from behind. 3rd and 8, Lakeview working that play clock quite a bit here. It's down to 5. They may be working it too well.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to take the. They're going to call a timeout, but you want to go ahead and use all the play clock and then hand the ball off and burn 2.5 minutes every time you get the ball.
Let's take a break. 6:36, third quarter, 56-17 in favor of Lakeview Centennial on GRS TV. Back to play here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. 3rd and 8, Lakeview Centennial. Adams wants to throw. Steps up, steps into trouble, just throws it out of bounds. That is beyond the line of scrimmage.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. There was a receiver in the area, number 9.
Okay, even though it was a mile over his head and not catchable, but anyway.
Of course, he had scrambled outside the
sure
the tackles anyway.
See, I think he scrambled right up the middle and never left the pocket. That was my point. But anyway, it doesn't matter. 56-17. Lakeview's going to punt it away anyway on 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know why you would throw the ball anyway. You should have been running it and burning the clock.
Yep. There's a punt. Boy, Villarreal's hit after he punted it. No flag as he pleads his case to the official. The punt is a short return across the 20. He got clubbed on the side of the head, it appeared, and no penalty marker. The punter. Garland with a defensive stop. We'll take it. Here's your replay. Watch. Boy, when you're trying to protect a punter, usually, I think I might have called that.
Sure thing.
Shoot, if that was any other player, it would have been personal foul, hitting him in the helmet.
Well, the NFL, yes. High school, sometimes they will, sometimes they don't.
Owls with a 1st and 10. New running back with a lot of running room. 1st down to the 40. Still going. May go the distance. No, he is knocked out of bounds. But on the carry there, his first one of the night. Is that Trey Alexander? I thought he was wearing 27.
Yep,
No.
number 23 there.
Yeah, that was Trey Alexander with a nice gain. Let's give you the yardage.
Well, I thought he was going to step out of bounds, but he's got the speed to just keep going down the sideline.
43 yards for Alexander. Perez picks the snap up off the ground, throws it deep, but we're going to get pass interference.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he couldn't get his arms up to catch that ball, and that ball was very catchable.
I mean, the coverage was there, but yeah, he tied his arms down, and receiver never had a chance. That's going to go against Ronnie Reed.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do, right? He's like, I know the ball's in the
Pass
air.
interference. Defense. Number 20.
Now that's
15-yard penalty. Automatic first.
Michael Ayers with the penalty.
Sure,
Excuse
take a
me.
15-yard penalty instead of a touchdown. I mean, that's a smart play. He sees it coming. He's going to hold his arms down. He's not going to let him catch that ball.
Never understood that rule. Never understood it. Perfect example of why it ought to be a spot foul. Alexander takes the handoff, has a good gain up the middle before he's tackled from behind after a gain of 8.
Inside the 15, he's spotted on the 14-yard line.
There's number 23 again.
Making the stop.
Trey Alexander having a good evening this second half.
2nd and 3, Owls. Perez going to go deep into the corner, reaching, catching.
No.
Like he might hold on, but incomplete.
Is that a Chase Biddle? It's the first time I've seen him, but he's 6'1", 170 pounds, so put him out there and see if he can out-jump everybody.
Another one of those sophomores.
Second down, 3 yards.
2nd and 3, Garland.
It was right there, too.
Yeah, he got some hands on it. Owls working the play clock. Pass, middle, dropped. Hudson had 6, and he couldn't hang on.
Boy, very nice developed play right there. Again, play action. He acts like he's going to hand it off. He gets everybody going one way and then throws that slant.
The Owls face 33. On the Patriot 14-yard line.
3rd and 3, that stops the clock at 5:01, third quarter.
Well, we've got the scoreboard saying 4th and 3, and then, they've got the sticks saying 3rd and 3.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know which one it is. Is it 4th and 3 or 3rd and 3?
I'm thinking it's 3rd, but I'm not sure either. You'd have to hope the scoreboard is right. Garland's going to go whichever
But the
down it
sticks
is.
say 3rd and 3, so
Yeah.
that's the one that the coaches are all watching, I'm sure.
Well, I think they'd be trying to get it changed if it was wrong, or they'd be checking on it. Alexander is in trouble,
he's
tracked
taken
down for a loss. That's a big loss of 4. Back to the 18 as they tried to sweep it left.
Boy, Jonathan Brown, big guy right there, and he just holds his grounds. He's just holding it. Boom.
Got a little bit of help.
Yeah, you get big 89 out there on the edge, and he's Caleb Jones. He's not giving in, and he strings it out. When you do that, there's no place for that running back to go.
4th and 6. Owls as Lakeview tries to hold here, leading at 56-17. Perez has some time, fires incomplete. That looked catchable by Charles Allen at about the 11, and that would have been close to the first down. So the Patriots will take over. 4:17 left, third quarter.
Wow, that's 2 big drops. I mean, one of them was for a touchdown that should have been caught, and then that one, that could have been a first down right there.
Nice evening for football as we saw some of the see some of the folks in the stands here tonight. Not a big crowd, but they've got to be happy with this weather, as things have finally changed for the better weather-wise. Low humidity. Wheaton in there takes a handoff and has a lot of running room up the middle before he's tackled from behind by the shoe tops from behind, and that could have been a touchdown-saving tackle by Aaron King. That is a 27-yard gain.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see him in there, really.
Me too. Now he should be over 200 yards for the night.
7-yard run.
3 touchdowns for Kamara Wheaton.
The result is 1st and 10, Lakeview Centennial.
And look, he is shaken up.
Yep.
That's why you don't play him with a 39-point lead in the second half.
Exactly.
And without him, where would Lakeview be? That's another way of looking at it. Here's a handoff to the backup. It looks like Dunston, who has a nice gain of 7 to the 48 of Garland.
I mean, that's what we've been talking about ever since halftime is, you know, give these guys a rest because you need them in the postseason. You got Saxey next weekend. And so even the quarterback, you know, Adams needs to – you got to question if he needs to be in there. Maybe it's time to let your second-team quarterback get some playing time here because where are you going to be without those guys?
Yeah, those two especially. Hierro is the backup, Michael Hierro. Back to play.
Wheaton's on the training table.
2nd and 3. Yeah, that's not good. Dunston hit and driven back short of the first down as he hit the hole hard and was stood up.
Dropped on the 50-yard line.
That is a loss on the play. Now it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Anthony Jaramillo along with Julius Ramos.
Jaramillo and Ramos on the play.
3-yard loss, 3rd and 5.
Spread the field, 2 receivers each way. Dunston the lone back with Adams. Now they're changing the play or just working that play clock as we're under 10. 4 on the play clock as Adams starts counting and gets the ball in time. He's in trouble and he'll be down the back at about the 45 for a 5-yard loss. They sent the house and Adams could not escape.
Anthony Jaramillo.
Andres Nahar gets the tackle here, but it's really a coverage sack. There's just nobody to throw to. And
unless he was looking long and then didn't have time. If it was a short pass, it definitely had it well covered.
Yeah.
4th and 10. Punter will wait with 3 big men in front to block for him. This is Villarreal, the lefty, gets it off. Pretty good punt. Let it hit. It'll go the wrong way and down at the 26.
Sir Coleman.
29-yard punt. Sir Coleman. Love it.
10 Garland.
How come I can't get names like that playing quarterback? Where I got to say the name every time. The only thing better than that would be Coleman, sir.
They need to score quickly here.
From the 26, the Owls. Trailing 56-17. There's a penalty marker or 2.
Be a false start.
Or 3.
Backwards, yeah.
False start. Offense. Number 52. First down.
Walk off 5 to the 21.
Stepped off against the Owls. False start. Takes it back to the 21. 1st and 15.
Garland's had very few penalties tonight. One bright spot, quick out pass caught by Hudson. Has his helmet taken off before he hits the turf, so he'll have to come out for a play.
Ja'Cory Tarver, solo tackle for.
He gets 4 of the 5 back. This one was kind of decided early, Bobby.
Yeah, they spotted him 21 points out the gate, and when you do that, it becomes really difficult to catch up.
And how out of the gate? 2.5 minutes in, it was 21-0. Hand off, and no gain, just barely getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Stop for no gain.
Was that number 27, and that's Ronnie Reed. So Alexander and Reed pretty much carrying it for Garland now as they get Powers out of there.
5 yards to go for the Owls.
It's hard to block that number 50, though, at Victor Smith. He's hard to block.
Brown, the nose, is pretty big, number 56. Their defensive line is humongous. Quick out pass. Hudson has it.
Jordan Hudson with the
heads the other way, looking for running room. Boy, he ran a long way for 4 yards, 5 yards there.
Yeah, we've seen him do that a couple times. I mean, you got to get upfield. That's the key. You get going sideways, and everybody's able to just catch up with you. And it looks like they're bringing the punt team on.
Well, it's your own 30. I'd almost agree with it now. It's those other times that were the problem. That'll do it for the first quarter. We'll see what they do when we come back for the start of the fourth quarter. All Lakeview tonight, 56-17 over Garland here on GRS TV. And we're back. Scott Powell, Bobby George. If you only knew how many times I almost call you Bobby Boyd and then change it at the last second. I might as well just call you Boyd. It'd be a whole lot easier. And you'll take it, right?
James Cassidy in the punt for the Owls.
I think that just answered my question. Low kick, not a good one, but it's going to get a good roll off the foot of Cassidy. Going to be down at the 37. 34 yards on the punt.
You look out there on the field and Garland lined back up on the wrong side of the ball.
Well, try it from there for once.
Yeah, try from that side, I guess.
That would be funny if the play took off in that scenario. See what would happen. Looks like we've got a backup quarterback in there for Lakeview. It's a different number. That is Hierro, Michael Hierro, number 12. Dunston with a good run. He breaks loose, and he may go the distance. One man with a chance at the 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial. Zachariah Dunston. We do have a penalty marker back about the 22, though.
64-yard run.
Will they bring it back? 63 for Dunston.
Penalty marker on the 22.
I mean, the flag was thrown way downfield, down on the 22-yard line.
Yeah, but
so I'm not sure why.
It would be a stupid foul,
yeah, if it was a
unfortunately.
penalty, it shouldn't be on Lakeview. I mean, Lakeview shouldn't be even blocking down that far. I mean, it was a wide-open run.
Yeah. The referee is going to go talk to the Garland sideline, so I don't have any idea what this is about. A preliminary signal would have been nice.
They're lining up to kick an extra point. So
this could be unsportsmanlike conduct or something, unaffecting the play. Referee Roy Bernard.
Touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 66. That is number 66's first unsportsmanlike foul of the game. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kick. We play the clock.
What do? Say something to get a call like that?
Yeah, I mean, those guys are excited about winning, and you know, when they start talking, a lot of times the referee will be right there, and they'll call unsportsmanlike conduct on them.
PAT coming. It is good by Rivera. We'll keep it right here with 11:13 left. 63-17 Lakeview Centennial. Again, let me remind you, well, let's see a replay first, then I want to tell you a couple of things.
I mean, just boom, great blocks out there.
Very slow developing, and then all of a sudden, boom.
And he's able to move his feet around and keep his balance right there and find the hole. It's just a race down the sideline. I mean, I think Lakeview's just trying to run the clock out at this point, but when your guys, they're not going to sit there and lay down. I mean, they're going to go ahead and try to score too. You got to be able to stop them.
The other game this week you can see here on GRS TV is Saxey and North Garland, and that should be a good one. All these with a lot of playoff implications next week. We got a couple of good ones too. Bobby and I will do Saxe and Lakeview on Thursday. Then the Friday game, which you can see all week long, that following week will be South Garland and North Garland.
That Saxe Lakeview game might mean something, you know.
Oh, it'll be huge. That's a share of first place, or it could be if Rowlett were to lose. Both teams would be in second place as long as everything happens correctly the rest of this
Lakeview
week.
beats Wiley, and if they were able to beat Saxe, I think those are the two powerhouses. If that happens, then Lakeview is definitely would be the team to beat.
And then remember, Rowlett's on top at 3-0, and they've been one of the most unimpressive looking teams, and yet they're in first place alone. Here's a short kickoff return for Garland. So District is really wide open. South Garland's at the very bottom. Maybe they're out of it, but other than that, I mean, you've got, 6 teams for 4 spots, 7 teams for 4 spots, something like that. And most of those teams are within one game of each other right
Personal
now.
foul.
Absolutely.
Face man.
Or at least
Kicking
2
team.
games anyway, and there's
Number
just
50.
3 to play after this week.
Correction,
Got a
number 15.
penalty.
That 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Let's see, there's your 15-yard walk-off. The umpire you see in the middle of your screen, so Garland will scrimmage from their 48-yard line.
Basically 30 yards of penalties because they had the 15-yard penalty on the kickoff to move them back, and then as soon as they get the ball, they add another 15 yards. So Lakeview needs to be careful right here.
Perez in trouble. He's just going to drop it off and hope not to get intentional grounding. No flag at this point. He threw it at the feet of an intended receiver.
Yeah, Trey Alexander was sitting right out there. It looked like he was trying to go to him. He just couldn't get his arm out there on him. You see 23 releasing right here. He's trying to get it out there to him, just couldn't do it.
2nd and 10 for the Owls from their 48.
Has a little bit of time here and gets a nice one off. Again, the right-hander rolling to his left. Perez does that about as well as anybody. He's very accurate in those situations as he completes it to Jeter.
He really is.
Really a great job of squaring it up with his body, or at least enough to get off an accurate pass most times. That's the play that a lot of quarterbacks struggle with.
It's hard because you're going against your body, and you got to square those shoulders up and make that pass, but he's pretty accurate at it.
I'm not sure I've seen anybody better with the accuracy part of that. Well, at this level, I mean, Aaron Rodgers isn't half bad. Here's an in around to Charles Allen, looking for a block, and the pursuit catches out. He breaks a tackle,
what in the
though.
world?
He can't get him
Are
down.
you kidding me?
Touchdown, Charles Allen. Wow. And a late flag way behind the play, probably unsportsmanlike conduct.
Might be on the quarterback.
Hopefully it's not an illegal block, because if it's way away from the play at the 20.
It just came out, so it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct or something. But
well, as long as the official, threw it in a timely manner.
Man, what a great job of running the ball. I mean, I thought he was going to be down at least 3 times.
I think it was more of an example of poor tackling than a great job of running the ball, to be quite honest.
So.
I'm going to credit that one more to the tackling than the running. I mean, there was barely any grabbing.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 12, for standing over a player and taunting.
Good call.
That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kick. We will play the try.
You've been on
That is number 12, first unsportsmanlike.
You've been on your A game tonight, Bobby.
Yeah.
You've had a couple of calls that I didn't see.
Hey, you get a good block out there as a quarterback. You've been hit so many times, and you finally get to do some dishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forced on the kickoff.
Good point.
He's like, that's the best 15-yard penalty I've ever had. He said.
When you look at it this way, it's amazing that things work that well for an offense. It's usually 10 on 11 because the quarterback's the last one to block in most situations.
This is going to be motion on the offense here. 2 people were in motion at the same time.
Do you ever think of it that way? It's usually 10 on 11. The offense has one less player on every play, pretty much, except for that play when Perez got the block.
Decline. Result of the try is no good.
Okay, let's take a break. 9:22. Oh, we'll keep it right here. No break, we're told. We're going to keep it right here. Let me mention something I haven't brought up yet, the history of these 2 programs. Lakeview's won the last 3 meetings between these 2 teams. Here's the replay.
Here's the replay. Watch him get this. See, there's a good block there. He breaks that tackle. Let's see if we can see Perez. Boom, right there. Did you see
kind of a blind shot there, yeah.
He takes a guy out, and then he stands over and taunts him.
You got to be careful with that, though. You don't want any retribution against your quarterback.
That's right. And really, they probably could have. They could have called that one back on a hit in the back. They could have done that, but I guess they figured that he got his helmet in front of the defender.
Well, I'm trying to find my notes on this series. I was going to tell you, Lakeview's won the last 3, but 4 years ago, that ended a long winning streak in this series for Garland. Remember, as of 4 years ago, Garland was on a long streak of winning seasons and playoff berths. It's been the last 3 or 4 years where they've really struggled, and Lakeview has taken over control of this series.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago that Saxe got their first win over Garland. As Garland's tradition and history of winning the district and then actually winning playoff games and winning state championships has not been in the long distance of future there.
Yeah, they were pretty good not too long ago. Another broken tackle on a kick return here as Lakeview return man gets it to the 45-35 before he's out of bounds. And rather rudely knocked out of bounds, I might add. A few words over here on the Lakeview sideline.
Yeah, it's like
things are getting chippy. Is that the word?
Yeah.
And what does that mean? Until 2 years ago, I never heard the term chippy. What does that mean?
It might mean something like the bear.
I know what it means.
Bear getting his claws in a honey comb there with a bunch of honeybees over here on the sideline here.
That's a fairly new term. Chippy. Patriots with a 1st and 10 with that new quarterback, Piero. Dunston, the backup running back, with a good run. A nice one-on-one open field tackle, though. Might have saved the touchdown as Julius Ramos made the stop.
Yeah, he's a 5'8", 160-pound linebacker. I just thought, man, it looked for a second that was going to break and go all the way again.
7:50 clock running here in the 4th. 63-23, Lakeview Centennial leading. It was 21-0 Lakeview 2.5 minutes into the game. And the halftime score was what? 42-11, what was it? Garland had 11. 49-11, does that sound right?
Now they've got 496 total yards and only 12 first downs.
Piero is decleated. Another great open field tackle. Garland's still playing hard here as Chase Biddle, one of their starting defensive backs, made a nice play. You see him there. He just took the feet out from under the back there. Garland's still having some fun defensively. Maybe it's that chippiness again.
Yeah.
They've
put up some good numbers.
Something.
I mean, they've had 17 first downs, 276 total yards, 151 in the air, 125 on the ground. If I told you that, you'd think, well, they're in this game. But, boy, they're almost at Lakeview's almost at 500 yards total offense.
Including an interception return for a touchdown and a kickoff return for a touchdown that are not included in those total yardage
so you got
stats.
Extra 14 points sitting right there.
Let's take a break. 6:37 left. Our score 63-23. Lakeview over Garland here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future.
Lakeview with the football as we come back. Option pitch. Dunston couldn't get around that tackler on the side over here, and he's going to be down for a short gain. Another nice open field tackle. Garland still playing hard here, down by 40 in the 4th quarter.
There is a flag on the field, and it's right about the holding spot.
Number 66, 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Now, we got to say, that's the 9th penalty
Defensive charge led by
for
George
Lakeview for 88 yards.
I just found
That's
my
a lot of penalties.
Just found my paperwork. The last 3 years, Lakeview's outscored Garland 116-31, and then you throw in tonight, that's 179-54. They've outscored them the last 4 years, and we're still counting in this game. But before that, from 2004 to 2015, Garland had a winning season except for 1 year and made the playoffs all but 1 year. Those preceding, 11 years?
Yeah.
As they were in their heyday, recent heyday.
Zechariah Dunston, the ball carrier. Taken down
Dunston carried it, but down at the 31. And it's going to be 4th down, Lakeview. What do you do here? You're almost too close to punt. Just run the ball. And
Yeah, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
yeah.
Because if it goes in the end zone, it's going to come out to the 25 anyway, and you're on the 31. So
Yeah. Why? Because it used to be the 20, but the punters are being penalized for being good. So they bring it out to the 25 instead of the 20. Oh, it drives me crazy. 4th and 6. Lakeview. Ooh, nice fake into the line, gets a block, and the quarterback Hierro with a nice gainer to the 27, but
that's going to be short.
just a little bit short by 2 yards, and Garland holds and takes over. 5:05 left.
Ball goes over to the Owls on down. Jordan Hudson on tackle.
That other game this week, Saxe and North Garland. Steve Reeves will have that one along with Bobby. You can see it all week here on GRS TV. 2 games every week on GRS TV, the best of Garland ISD football.
So what do you think you're going to do here on offense? You going to try to run the ball a little bit, or are you just going to try to toss it up?
If I'm Garland, I'm trying to get out of here too, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's what I was thinking. Maybe you do run the ball here.
They still have Perez at quarterback, so they may try and throw it. And now he'll hand it. Sweep right to Ronnie Green. That's Ronnie Reed, and he got nothing. In fact, he lost some yards. 4:19 and counting. 3 timeouts for the Owls if they wanted to use them.
Yeah, I don't see any reason for it. You're just going to try to get out of here healthy now. Look at that pass.
Wow, a deep one way downfield, and it
catches
is
that
caught
thing.
by Hudson. He outfought the defender. Or did he? Yeah, that's a catch, right? We do have a penalty marker, though, way back in the other end of the field. Looks like it's going to be on Garland.
Illegal substitution.
Or on Lakeview.
Defense.
Yeah.
12 minutes, 4. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 1st down.
Well, Ja'Cory Tarver has had his hands full with Hudson tonight. I mean, Hudson really has had a good game.
This loss will really hamper Garland's playoff chances. They'll fall to 2 games out of a playoff spot with 3 to play, while Lakeview will stay in at least 2nd place.
Now, but they've played they've already played Wiley and Saxe.
Yeah.
So Rowlett is their.
Yeah, you can't rule out Garland yet because of that.
Yeah,
They've got the
played
2 tough ones out of the way.
Yeah, they've played the meat of their schedule.
Of course, you'd have to consider Lakeview pretty tough, too. Lakeview's come on strong the last few weeks. That win over Wiley was the biggest boost to Lakeview, as you've mentioned.
Yeah, let's say Wiley, Saxe, and now Lakeview has been your losses. That's not, that's the meat of your district.
You
there.
could win your final 3 and have a chance,
That's
is what
right.
we're trying to say. At least your chances aren't too bad anyway. You'll be playing the teams that you'd have to beat to make the playoffs anyway.
Gain of a yard, 3rd and 9.
Nobody expected Garland to contend for the championship, but we thought they were improved enough to fight for a playoff berth, and they have that chance over the final 3 weeks. So be sitting there at 3-4 overall, which is a lot better than they have been the last couple of years. There's a deep one that's way over the head of Charles Allen, who broke loose at the last second.
Charles Allen, the intended receiver.
Perez, he puts the ball where you can catch it. I
Good
mean,
point. He leads the receivers well, yes.
Yeah, it just seems like all the passes are in an area where his receivers have a chance to catch the ball. He's got some nice accuracy to him.
And as we've said, he throws for a right-hander going to his left as well as anybody. He's a good-looking quarterback, and he's just a sophomore, correct?
That's right.
We're going to see a lot of him. Finally just unloads it out of bounds as he had no choice. It's either that or a sack. We've got another penalty marker. We had very few in the first half and quite a few here in the second half.
Block below the waist. Offense.
Below the waist.
Decline it.
Decline.
Turnover on downs.
Pass. First down. Lakeview.
Penalty goes against
27.
Penalty is declined. Result is first down and 10. Lakeview.
I am already looking forward to Saxe and Lakeview Centennial next Thursday. That'll be our game next week here on GRS, Bobby. That has all the earmarks of a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I think the offensive line and the defensive line of Lakeview will have their hands full with that same offensive and defensive
Lakeview's
line
big
of
enough to give Saxe a lot of trouble.
That's right, because, I mean, that's the strong point on Saxe. And now you've got that going on with Lakeview. They've got some big guys on defensive line and offensive line. So it's going to be a good game in the trenches.
And Saxe's key will be stopping Wheaton. Lakeview's key will not be, have their defense on the field too long. Saxe can really wear you down.
They can wear you down, but they're not a real big throwing team this year. They don't really throw the ball a lot. They run it all the time. So it looks like Lakeview has some pretty good linebackers and some good defensive linemen that could maybe stop that running play.
I know you could say that every game, but that game, the game in the trenches is going to be everything for that game. Penalty markers or whistles at least. I don't see any yellow yet. We may have a timeout.
False start.
Nope.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Well, they're making up for all those non-penalties in the first half. If they're on a quota system, I think they've surpassed it here in the second half, and I'm kidding.
5-yard penalty back.
Yeah, that's 10 penalties for 98 yards. 10 penalties, 98 yards. So they're almost 100 yards in penalties. For a team that's winning that much, I mean,
There were 2 for 10 in the first half, both against Garland. Or both against Lakeview.
You got to be disciplined, though. That's how you win and lose games.
Second and very long. Looks like another running back here, number 17 for Lakeview.
Bryce, a big hit right there by Fennell.
Under 30 seconds in counting. We've got another waiver on the sideline as we look at the stadium video.
And 6.
Is that going to be it? No, I think they're just going to let this clock run out here.
I think they are.
Any final thoughts? Enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it. It started out fast and furious for Lakeview, and it just didn't give, Garland any chance to be in the game.
Lakeview will improve to 3-1 in district, 5-2 overall, with Saxe coming next week. Garland falls to 1-3 in the district, 3-4 overall. A reminder: our final score tonight: Lakeview Centennial 63, Garland 23. Again, the other game you can see this week is North Garland versus. Oh, I forgot. Anyway, we do have a second game this week on GRS TV. Thanks to our entire crew from GRS TV. For Bobby George, I'm Scott Powell. Until next week, so long, everybody.